When it comes to batteries on smartphones, most people usually only consider how long their phone will last for. But if you like to commute a lot, such as myself, you're going to want to charge it up quickly when you have a chance. I have 5 extremely fast charging phones here, starting with the Oppo Find X2 Pro, which comes paired with a 65 watt charging block in the box and a 4260 mAh battery. Next up, we have the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. It comes paired with a 65 watt block in the box as well, but it is capped at 50 watt charging capabilities with a 4500 mAh battery. Next up, we have the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra with 45 watt charging capabilities, though you only get a 25 watt block in the box, and we have a 5000 mAh battery here. The 25 watt block in the box doesn't do too much of a difference when it comes to overall times. I'll tell you guys about that later. The OnePlus 8 Pro 30 watt warp charger in the box with 30 watt charging capabilities, 4510 mAh battery, and last but not least, well certainly least here, the iPhone 11 Pro Max with just 18 watt charging. Thank goodness it does come in the box this year with a 3969 mAh battery. This is the ultimate charging speed test between these 5 premium devices. This is TechNick, and without further ado, let's go. Of course, we're going to start by plugging them in over here. I've changed things up a little bit when it comes to the interface over here. As you guys can see, we have the timer interval at the bottom left-hand corner now with a little animation there. Let me know what you guys think of that, as well as my logo animation there. After just 5 minutes, 23% on the Oppo, 17% on the Xiaomi. We have 10% on the S20 Ultra, 12% on the 8 Pro, and 8% on the 11 Pro Max. After just 10 minutes, we have 42% on the Find X2 Pro, 27 on the Xiaomi, 20 on the Samsung, 22 on the OnePlus, and 15 on the iPhone over here, making it 15-minute mark now. 57% on the Find X2 Pro, the only one above 50% now. The Xiaomi comes with 37%, 29 on the Samsung, 33 on the OnePlus, and 22 on the iPhone. 20-minute time interval over here, as you can see, bottom left corner, 75%, just 25 left to go for the Find X2 Pro. The worst one here is indeed the iPhone with 31%. The Samsung is now getting destroyed by the OnePlus over here with slower charging capabilities, but it does have a smaller battery. After 30 minutes, we have 95% on the Find X2 Pro, about to get clocked out, 71% on the Xiaomi, not far behind, 55 on the Samsung, now catching up to the 58 on the OnePlus 8 Pro. And after just 36 minutes, the Oppo Find X2 Pro clocks out with its 4260 mAh battery and 65 watt crazy fast wired charging over here. It's very impressive, 35 degrees in Celsius, measuring the temperature at the end of its run over here. We did 2.8% per minute over there and 180 milliamp hours per minute as well. It went down by 1 minute compared to its previous test over there. After the 45-minute interval, 95% on the Xiaomi, now almost about to clock out, 78 on the Samsung, now dropping quite a bit behind the OnePlus 8 Pro with 84%, 68 on the iPhone. We're hitting the Xiaomi mark here, 100% after just 51 minutes. Very impressive here with 50 watt charging, a slightly bigger battery than that of the Oppo Find X2 Pro. Though it didn't do quite as good as the last time out, it actually went 3 minutes slower over here. Its previous test was 48 minutes, 2% per minute there, 88 milliamp hours per minute, 36.9 degrees Celsius at the end of the test over here for the Xiaomi, a little bit hotter than that of the Oppo. After the hour mark, 93% on the Samsung and 96% on the OnePlus, 80% on the iPhone. Very impressive for the iPhone after just 1 hour. And an hour and 9 minutes after the start of the test, the OnePlus 8 Pro knocks out at 100% there. Quite impressive for the OnePlus, since it actually did a worse result last time out with an hour and 90 minutes. It seems like OnePlus are patching their softwares quite well. And not long after that, the Samsung S20 Ultra with a much bigger battery than that of the OnePlus 8 Pro knocks out 100% in an hour and 11 minutes with the coolest battery degrees in Celsius so far, 32.6 degrees in Celsius, 70 milliamp hours per minute. So it is better than that when you compare milliamp hours per minute to the OnePlus 8 Pro with 65 milliamp hours per minute, though both of them did just 1.4% per minute over here. The iPhone after an hour and 30 minutes is sitting on 93%. Very interesting over here, it did 80% in its first hour and it's just done 13% in the next 30 minutes after that, though the last 10% seems to be extremely slow when it comes to the 11 Pro Max or any iPhone for that matter, since iPhone seem to try and conserve battery life by making the end result of charging slightly slower. 96% after 2 hours, as you can see at the bottom right hand corner. First hour 80%, second hour another hour passed, just 16% on the iPhone. So I guess just charge up to 80% and use your phone like that. You'll be saving your battery quite a bit of long lifespan as well. After 2 hours and 30 minutes, we are climbing there, almost reaching that 100% mark. And after 2 hours and 42 minutes for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, we finally see that 100% mark over there. That is excessively long, especially comparing it to its previous test I did it at, which was just 2 hours and 2 minutes. A lot slower than that, 28 degrees Celsius, so definitely the coolest over here. 25 milliamp hours per minute for the iPhone overall, but if we just count the first hour, it did just 53 milliamp hours per minute, a lot faster in its first hour. Fifth place, the iPhone 11 Pro Max here with 2 hours and 42 minutes, 18 watt charging capabilities, 3,969 milliamp hour battery. Slower than the previous test, not the worst, it's horrendous. Almost 3 hours, guys. Fourth place, the S20 Ultra, an hour and 11 minutes, slightly slower, 7 minutes slower than its previous test, 45 watt charging. I think stick to your 25 watt block since it's not too different over there. Third place, the OnePlus 8 Pro with an hour and 9 minutes, slightly faster, just 2 minutes quicker than that of the Samsung with a much smaller battery. 30 watt charging, quite quick over here. Good job, OnePlus, you've improved since the last one. Second place, the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro, no surprise here, 51 minutes using that wonderful 50 watt charging capabilities of the phone, charging up that 4,500 milliamp hour battery. The crowned king here is the Oppo Find X2 Pro of 2020, 65 watt charging, 4,260 milliamp hour battery, smallest battery, biggest, fastest wattage charging, 36 minutes. Great job, Oppo. If they were all the same battery capacity, 4,500 milliamp hours, the Oppo would gain 2 minutes over there, the Xiaomi would stay the same, the Samsung would drop by 7 minutes, the OnePlus would stay the same, and the iPhone would add an extra 20 minutes over there. And if we compare it to their previous tests, the Oppo went 1 minute slower, the Xiaomi 3 minutes slower, the Samsung 7 minutes slower, the OnePlus 8 Pro actually 10 minutes faster, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max 40 minutes slower over here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. This is TechNick, and I'll see you in the next one.